Us on sign language interpretation is Meresha Owiti. Let's kickstart our broadcast with our top story, where the People's Liberation Party leader Martha Karua, lawyer Gloria Kimani and human rights activist Lynn Ngugi were earlier today barred from entering Tanzania. Karua, a senior counsel, was scheduled to represent Tanzanian opposition leader Tundu Lissu in a treason case. But upon arrival at Julius Nyerere International Airport in Dar es Salaam, she was detained for several hours before being deported back to Nairobi. Their deportation has been condemned by human rights groups, including the Tanzanian Human Rights Defenders Coalition and the Law Society of Kenya, who are now calling on President Samia Suluhu to uphold democratic freedoms and regional cooperation. Here is Hermenegilda Mugeni with the details.
The People's Liberation Party leader and senior counsel Martha Karua flew into Dar es Salaam from Nairobi on Sunday morning with a clear mission to offer legal representation to embattled Tanzania opposition leader Tundu Lissu, who faces treason charges. But the trip quickly took an unexpected turn. Upon landing at Julius Nyerere International Airport, Karua, who was accompanied by advocate Gloria Kimani, was briefly detained after immigration officers confiscated their passports without explanation.
We were detained for no offense, for merely seeking to go and stand in solidarity and to observe the trial of Tundu Lissu.
A fierce advocate for democracy and human rights across the region, Karua had hoped to stand in solidarity with Lissu, but those hopes were dashed when police in Tanzania barred her entry and deported her hours later, effectively shutting the door on her intended legal intervention.
The CCM authorities are determined to violate the law and are not keen on according Tundu Lissu a fair trial.
Speaking shortly after her deportation, Karua accused regional leaders of conspiring against democracy and silencing dissenting voices.
We notice that it's like there is now collaboration in oppressing citizens. We want to tell you that citizens of East Africa, and I am one of them, we are not going to take it lying down.
Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka, the Law Society of Kenya and several civil society groups have also condemned the Tanzanian government for detaining and deporting the leader of the People's Liberation Party.
Mother Karua has been mistreated today. We stand in solidarity with her. Let us give space for integration.
Karua, who is also part of the legal team for Uganda's opposition stalwart Kizza Besigye, has been vocal in her support for Lissu since his arrest, signaling her readiness to join his legal defense.
To Mama Samia Suluhu, drop the charges against Tundu Lissu. Stop chasing around shadows. As observers, we have nothing to do with what is happening.
Human rights groups led by the Tanzania Human Rights Defenders Coalition have condemned the move, terming it a blow to justice and political freedoms. Tanzania is gearing up for a general election in October this year, and Tundu Lissu, a key opposition challenger, is seen as a major threat to the ruling Chama cha Mapinduzi CCM party, which has held power for decades. President Samia Suluhu, who ascended to office following the death of John Pombe Magufuli, is seeking re-election in what is shaping up to be a high-stakes political contest. Hermenegilda Mugeni, KTN.